warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Parliamentary Hearings Committee endorses names of ambassadorial candidates, ambassadors to India, UK and USA appointed unanimously. ANC President congratulates new provincial chairs, holds discussion regarding preparations for the upcoming General Convention. Government confirms first 2 cases of Omicron variant in Nepal, urges public to follow health protocols. 2 pilots killed in Pakistan chopper crash. Pakistan's military confirms deaths of 2 servicemen. And India crossed New Zealand to win series. Kiwis lose last 5 wickets for 5 runs in 30 balls. And now the news in detail. The Parliamentary Hearings Committee under the Federal Parliament yesterday unanimously approved the names of the proposed ambassadorial candidates for India, the USA and the UK. A meeting of the committee yesterday endorsed the nominations of proposed ambassadors Dr. Sankar Sharma to India, Gyan Chandra Acharya to the UK and Sridhar Khatri to the USA, according to the committee chair Laxman Lal Karna. Karna said that the committee endorsed their names after they presented their experiences, qualification, ideas and concepts to apply after being appointed the ambassadors for the proposed countries. Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba has congratulated the newly elected provincial presidents of the party. Deuba congratulated the newly elected chairpersons of 6 different provinces yesterday, including Bir Bahadur Balayar, Lalit Jang Sahi, Amar Singh Poon, Sukraraj Sharma, Indra Bania and Uddhav Thapa. They were elected the chairs of Sudur Paschim, Karnali, Lumbini, Gandaki, Bagmati and Province 1 respectively. The election of the leadership in Province 2 is yet to be held. Deuba also held discussions with the coordinators of various committees formed by the party to successfully hold the upcoming 14th General Convention of the party. The meeting was held at the party's central office in Sanepa yesterday evening, according to ANC Central Office Secretary Prakash Sharma. The 14th General Convention of the Nepali Congress is scheduled to be held in Kathmandu from December 10 to 12. At least 4 persons were killed, while 4 others were injured in a jeep accident that took place in Baitari yesterday evening. The jeep with registration number C1 888 heading towards Kailali from Patan Bazar met with the accident at Thali of Patan Municipality 1. The deceased have been identified at Binod Bhattrai 13 and Rama Bhattrai 72 of Patan Municipality 1, Prem Chunara 24 and Manisha BK 20 according to Area Police Office Patan in charge Rajesh Sahi. The injured include Om Prakash Bhattrai, Janaki Bhattrai, Deepak Bhattrai, Manthoz Bhattrai, Vishnu Bhattrai and Govind BK of Patan Municipality 1. They are undergoing treatment at Patan Primary Health Post. According to the police, some 11 people including the driver were on board the jeep at the time of accident. The vehicle had fallen some 100 meters off the road. Jeep driver Khemraj Pandey of Patan 5, Basantapur is absconding. The reason behind the accident is not yet known. The government of Nepal has confirmed first new cases of Omicron variant of coronavirus in the country. A foreign national and a Nepali person who recently reached Nepal have been confirmed to have contracted the new variant according to the Ministry of Health and Population. The infected Nepali person is found to have been in contact with the infected foreign national. The ministry organized a press conference in the presence of Health Minister Birod Khatiora following the confirmation of the variant yesterday. The new variant was confirmed from tests carried out on 66 people who arrived in Nepal from foreign countries alongside the infected persons, according to Secretary at the Ministry of Health and Population, Dr. Roshan Pokhrel. Following the confirmation, the ministry has urged people to stay alert and follow the health protocols. Meanwhile, the government yesterday confirmed 238 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 822,830. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 804,901 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,543 after the virus claimed 2 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 47 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 50.13 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.64 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 266.66 million people across the world and claimed over 5.27 million lives. And now the news from economic front. Nepal Airlines Corporation, the national flag carrier of Nepal, has been permitted to transport dangerous goods. This is so far the first time in its operational history of 63 years that the state-owned airlines company has been allowed to carry dangerous goods in international flights, a report. This is so far the first time in its operational history of 63 years that the national airlines is allowed to carry dangerous goods in international flight. Regulatory body Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal has granted permission later for the transportation of dangerous goods. Earlier, the national flag carrier has been transporting dangerous goods by obtaining license for every 3 months. Now it has been provided with permanent license for the same. With this, it would be easier for carrying drugs of various categories and electronic goods in coming days. The NAC wide body A330 with bearing capacity of around 14 tons cargo will be used for transporting dangerous goods. The NAC has expected that the permission will also enhance effectiveness of its aviation service. In the presence of Minister for Tourism Prem Bahadur Ale, CAAN's Director General Rajkumar Chetri handed over the license to NAC Executive Director Yubaraj Adhikari amidst a program on Monday. On the occasion, Tourism Minister Ale said it was an achievement for Nepal to get approval for importing and exporting dangerous goods, and it will also end hassles in the export and import and increase the income of NAC. For international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. 2 army pilots were killed in a crash involving a Pakistan aviation helicopter at Saichen. Pakistan's Army Media Affairs Wing confirmed the incident in a statement issued on Monday. The pilots killed in the incident were Major Irfan Berja and Major Raja Jishan, Pakistan's Dawn newspaper reported, citing the inter-service public relation of the country. The ISPR added that search and rescue helicopters and army troops had reached the site of the accident following the crash. The ISPR did not give a reason for the accident. According to Dawn, 2 similar incidents of aircrafts crashes were reported in August this year. However, no loss of life was reported following either of the incidents. The first incident had taken place near Attock in Punjab when a Pakistan Air Force fighter trainer aircraft had crashed during a routine training mission on August 6. According to a statement issued by PAF spokesperson at the time, both the pilots had ejected from the jet successfully and no loss of their life or property was reported on the ground. Few days later, on August 12, a Musak aircraft had crash-landed in the fields of Chamala village near Jhelum due to the technical failure, and both the pilots inside the aircraft had received minor injuries. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. India wrapped up a crushing 372-run win over New Zealand with 5 seconds to spare in the second test to complete a 1-0 series victory. Resuming on 145 in pursuit of a nominal 514 in Mumbai, New Zealand were bowled out of 167 as the last 5 wickets fell for 5 runs in 30 balls. Jayant Yadav played his first test since 2017, took 4 wickets on Monday to finish within 449, while fellow off spinner Ravichandran Ashwin claimed 434 and a remarkable 842 in the match. New Zealand never came close to repeating their achievement in the first test when they battled out in the final day to on a draw 9 wickets down. The game will be best remembered for New Zealand left-arm spinner Azad Patel becoming the third man to take 10 wickets in a test innings. Victory means India stay third in the World Test Championship table behind Sri Lanka and Pakistan. New Zealand are sixth. Demarai Gray's superb injury time strike on Everton of first win in 9 games to end a bruising week within a stunning comeback against Arsenal. After being thumped 4-1 by Liverpool and director of football Marcel Brands leaving the club, Rafael Benitez's team responded with a much improved display that showed the character and resilience fans were looking for. Richarlison had brought Everton level with 11 minutes of normal time remaining after Martin Odegaard scored the game's opener from Kieran Tierney's cross in the first half stoppage time. That a winner came after Richarlison had also had 2 goals ruled out for offside by the video assistance referee before getting the equalizer will only have added to the home fans' delight. The scenes at the final whistle were a complete turnaround from last Wednesday when the mood turned ugly after 4-1 defeat by the city's rival. Victory lifts Everton to 12th in the table, 8 points above the relegation zone. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Parliamentary Hearings Committee endorses names of ambassadorial candidates, ambassadors of India, UK and USA appointed unanimously. UN President congratulates new provincial chairs, holds discussions regarding preparation for the upcoming General Convention. Government confirms first 2 cases of Omicron variant in Nepal, urges public to follow health protocols. 2 pilots killed in Pakistan chopper crash. Pakistan's military confirms deaths of 2 servicemen. And India crossed New Zealand to win series. Kiwis lose last 5 wickets for 5 runs and 30 balls. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.